What would you do if your own child, in a time of your family's deepest sorrow, seemed to mock your pain for the entire world to see? In today's story, a father is faced with this exact nightmare after losing his daughter, but the gut-wrenching truth behind his son's actions would change everything. Firstly, I want to thank everyone who has followed our story. This is a very dark and vulnerable time for my family. We are lost, confused, and battling a grief so consuming it physically hurts to breathe most days. My son, Leo, is a good man and a good brother. He loved and cherished his sister, Chloe, deeply, and I know in my heart he never intended to make light of her death, or intentionally hurt his mother or me. The last few hours have been emotionally exhausting, but I have a bittersweet update. The comments and support helped me realize I needed to act fast if I were to ever repair our family. In his pain, my wife Sarah and I saw our son's actions as the ultimate betrayal, completely unaware that we were misinterpreting a desperate cry for help that would almost cost us our remaining child. After reading the comments, I finally called Leo. My hand was shaking. I asked him why he posted those videos. There was a pause, and then all he said was, "I was just hurting." We were quiet for a while after that. Then, his voice, small and broken, cracked as he asked if his mom and I still loved him. In that single moment, the weight of my failure crashed down on me. I failed him. He needed a father who would give him unconditional love and support. He needed his dad, and I was too stupid, selfish, and angry to see that he was hurting more deeply than any of us. We had lost our daughter, but he had lost his sister. We were so wrapped in our own agony that we expected him, our son, to be the strong one for his broken parents. We put the weight of our pain on his shoulders, and we took his cry for help as him kicking us while we were down. As one person pointed out, I had already lost one child. Did I really want to lose another? This was the moment my grief-fueled anger finally shattered, revealing the core of my true character, a father whose love for his son was strong enough to admit his own devastating mistake. Sarah and I immediately left to go pick him up and bring him home. When he opened the door, what I saw wasn't the pathological monster our grief had painted him as, but a broken little boy who just needed his mom and dad. The change was shocking. His face was thin, with dark, visible bags under his eyes, and he'd clearly lost a lot of weight. We had been too blind to see it. We both apologized profusely, holding him there in the doorway, and we will spend the rest of our lives showing him how sorry we are. We vowed to do right by him. We all just cried together on the couch for what felt like hours. A commenter on the original post really put it into perspective for me, writing, "I'm almost 40, have my own family, and am ultimately very happy with my life, but I still dream of my father realizing he's fucked up and apologizing to me. So I want you to know, this is what will stay with your son: your apology and commitment to showing up for him. I'm holding on to that. I know this act of humility is what will teach my son the most." We are now at the start of a very long and difficult journey. By his own request, Leo is taking a year off from school to focus on healing his mental health. He has agreed to attend weekly therapy and will be living at home with us. We will also be seeing a family therapist together. Sarah is seeking medication to get a handle on her panic attacks, and I've signed up for a grief support group specifically for fathers. I may have lost a daughter, but I will not lose my son. Not now, not ever again. I've learned a lot about what grief means. No one's grief is invalid or wrong. Everyone just handles it differently. This is a lesson I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. This morning, I made pancakes and bacon while Leo and Sarah watched Netflix in the family room. The windows are open. For the first time since Chloe passed, her cat came out of her room on its own and laid on the couch with them. It's our lazy Saturday, a ritual we haven't had in months. It feels bittersweet, different, but it feels like a start. This story teaches us a powerful lesson: grief is not a competition, and it can twist people into unrecognizable shapes. But looking past our own pain to truly see the suffering of our loved ones is the only path back to healing. When has a moment of empathy completely changed your perspective on a difficult situation? Share your stories in the comments below.